Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for checking in. In Jamaica we would say wagwan, everything good? Alright, so guys, today I'll be cooking stew chicken, rice and peas and bok choy. So I'll show you my recipe, I'll show you the steps in which I prep from overnight into cooking the following day. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so this is my overnight prep for stew chicken. As you can see, it's cleaned and I've washed it in vinegar and water. So it's good to marinate your meat from overnight whenever you're cooking like stew chicken, jerk chicken, thereabout. This is a mixture of scallion, thyme, onion, ginger and garlic. So I'm gonna pour it all over. You don't have to put a lot, but just for it to marinate from overnight. You want to make sure everything. I'm also going to put 2 tablespoons of browning. You can use browning or you can use gravy master. And I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm going to pour it over. What you're trying to do is you're trying to season it lightly. So you're not going to put too much. But this is just for an overnight prep. So tomorrow when you're actually cooking, you'll put more seasoning. You can also put 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And you season everything together. And this will be your overnight prep, overnight marinade. When you marinate your chicken, your meat from overnight, it gives it a better flavor when you're cooking it the following day. So this will be my overnight marinade for stew chicken. So these are the ingredients I'll be using today for my stew chicken, for my rice and peas, and salted bok choy. And if you notice, here's my chicken that's marinated from overnight. I'm gonna give it extra flavor, a delicious flavor. So I'll be using red dried peas for my rice and peas. And something to note, whenever you're using red peas or even pigeon peas, once you're using the dry peas, it's good to soak it from overnight, especially red peas. So the following day when you're cooking it, it will cook faster. But if you want, soak your peas from overnight in cold water. And if you notice, I like to use Grace coconut milk. I think Grace brand is one of the best Caribbean brand, one of the best Jamaican brand. So that's a recommended brand that you guys could use whenever you're making your rice and peas. Okay guys, I'm going to start the cooking. I'm going to start with rice and peas. Well, I'm going to multitask a bit. While I'm cooking the rice and peas, I'm going to start to fry the chicken. I like to fry the chicken before I actually stew the chicken. I'm also going to be starting the sauce for the stew chicken. If you notice, my peas is already cooked. I soaked it overnight, so it didn't take long for it to cook. And I like to cook my peas with garlic. And like I said before, I'll be using Grace coconut milk. Grace is a good brand, so I recommend that you guys use it. Alright, so I'll add my coconut milk. I'm gonna add my veggies. So I like to put ginger in my rice and peas, scotch bonnet pepper, my thyme, and my scallion. And always remember to wash your vegetables. So all of this is already washed. It's already prepped. I like to put butter. So maybe like 1 stick of butter should be fine. I like to put garlic powder. So 2 tablespoons of garlic powder should be fine. And like I said guys, whenever you guys are cooking at home, it's best to use a measuring spoon. I'm used to my pot, so I don't use a measuring spoon, but I know the amount what to put in it. But if you guys are cooking, I would recommend to use a measuring spoon. 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. And your salt, you could add 4 tablespoons of salt. I also like to add sugar in my rice and peas. You don't have to, but it's an option. So 2 tablespoons of sugar should be fine. Now another key ingredient is allspice. So it's allspice or pimento. So if you're using the pimento seeds, you could add 5 or 4. But if you're using allspice, you could add 1 tablespoon, should be fine. Alright, so when I add these ingredients, what I'll do, I allow it to cook for 5 minutes before I add my rice. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add olive oil. 2 tablespoons of olive oil should be fine. I'm also going to be starting my chicken. So like I said, I like to fry my chicken before I actually stew it. Some people they'll stew the chicken without frying it, and that's fine. You could do that if you want. But the traditional way in Jamaica is you fry your chicken first before you stew it down. But like I said, it's an option. You don't have to. I mean, there are times when you want to do a quick fix and you just want to stew some chicken, but you don't have the time to fry it, that's fine. But I like to fry my chicken before I stew it down. I'm going to saute these veggies before I actually add water. It's good to saute your veggies before you actually add water to whatever stew you're making. Alright, so my veggies are in, and you could saute your veggies for 2 minutes. So you could saute your veggies, and after you saute your veggies, then you add your water. If you notice, I have thyme, scallion, onion, pepper, ginger, garlic, and tomato. Okay guys, I put the rice in the pot. There's a key factor that you guys need to know when you're cooking rice and peas. So when you put the rice in, ensure that the water is 1 inch above the rice. When you're cooking rice, it's important that you pay very close attention to it. So you can keep the flame on low when you're cooking the rice and peas. Alright, so I'm going to season my stewed chicken gravy. Like I said, you can use soy sauce. I like to use Kikkoman soy sauce. I like their brand. And you could put a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I'm going to add my browning. You could use browning. You could also use the gravy master whenever you're making your stewed chicken. And you could also add a 1/4 cup of browning. Your seasoned salt, you could add 2 tablespoons. Like I said earlier, it's good to use a measuring spoon, but I know the pot I'm using. I've been cooking for a while, so that's why I'm not using a measuring spoon. But if you guys just starting out to cook, especially for the beginners, it's important that you use a measuring spoon. So I've added garlic powder, onion powder, seasoned salt. So I'm now going to add some black pepper. You could also add allspice. I'm adding some allspice. And ketchup. You could add ketchup if you want. Some people don't like to use ketchup, but I like to use ketchup when I'm making my sauce. So the ketchup, you could use a 1/4 cup of ketchup. Okay guys, so I put the chicken in the stew sauce. So now I'm going to allow it to stew down for the next between 30 to 45 minutes. There's another important thing about rice and beans. When the liquid have absorbed, so once you're not able to see the liquid, you only see the rice, then you slowly, gently turn the rice. So you're trying to get the rice that's at the bottom at the top. And after you have done that, then you could cover it with a foil paper or a plastic wrap. So a foil paper or a plastic wrap, and the importance for doing that is that you're trying to steam your rice. So it's important that you don't turn the fire up too much, you turn the fire as low as possible. You cover it with a foil paper, or you could cover it with a plastic, and you're trying to steam it. My stewed chicken is still going. After 30 minutes into cooking your stewed chicken, you could add some Irish potato, some diced Irish potato. You could add butter, 2 tablespoons of butter, and then you turn the fire down low heat, and you allow it to cook for another 10 minutes. So I'm going to start my bok choy. I like to use olive oil. You could use olive oil or grapeseed oil. 1 tablespoon of oil, like 2 tablespoons of freshly garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt before you add the bok choy. You could add the bok choy first and then add your seasoning, or you could add it before. Up to you. And 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to add my bok choy. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of water. And you can add butter, 1 tablespoon of sugar, stir it a bit. What you're going to try to do, you're going to try to steam it. Steam it for about 5 minutes. So this is the finished product. Stewed chicken. Looking lovely. Yum. If you notice the texture should be consistent, just like that. Alright, this is my bok choy. That's the rice and peas. Alright, so thank you guys for tuning in today. Peace out.